So in 2024, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, transmitted four tax reform bills to the National Assembly. Now, the reform is aimed at addressing the complexities of the current tax system and to enhance tax compliance among Nigerians, and also to raise or generate revenue for national development. So in today's video, we're talking about 10 things you need to know about Nigeria's 2024 tax reform bills. Now, in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down as to what is new in the tax reform bill, how do these changes affect you and your business, and how to make the most out of these reforms to protect your finances and your business as well. So let's just get right into the video. Now, the first thing is the unified tax system. So before now, businesses and individuals had to deal with a lot of confusing tax law for federal, for state, and then for also local government. Now, the new tax reform combines everything into one easy to follow system. So it's no longer complex, it's one easy system and it is easy. The second one is the reduction in corporate income tax, also known as CIT. So instead of businesses paying 30% of your profit as tax, you will be required to pay 27.5%. And the good thing is, in the coming years, it's going to reduce to like 25%, in the future. So small businesses that earn 50 million or less in a year will not be required to pay any company income tax. So if you are a small business and you earn less than 50 million in a year, you will not be required to pay any tax at all. If you qualify as a small business, make sure that you apply for that tax exemption. It's very important. Number three is personal income tax changes. That's the PIT for individuals. So if you are earning 800,000 or less in a year, you will not be required to pay PIT. That means you'll not be required to pay personal income tax anymore. That's a big relief for low income earners, and small freelancers. So if you are somebody, that you earn less than 800,000 in a year, you don't need to pay tax. So you are tax free. So what you basically need to do is you need to check your earnings, check your income. If you know that after all your calculations, that you don't earn up to 800,000 a year, you need to stop paying PIT. You need to stop paying personal income tax. But if you do your calculation and you fall within that bracket, so make sure to update your thing and then make the necessary payments. Number four is VAT exemption. So essential items like food, healthcare, education are now enjoying 0% VAT charges. So for basic essentials like food, hospital, education, even things, essential items also like rent, public transportation, and renewable energy will be exempted, because those are things that low income earners spend majority of their money on: their transportation, food, essential items, education, and then also healthcare. Those are basic and essential items. So that means that the prices of goods and services in the market are expected to drop drastically. In the coming years also, they've also stated that the VAT will increase to 12.5%. But the good thing about this is that businesses will be granted tax credits for VAT paid for production of those goods and services that are supposed to be vatable. So that means that there will be 7.5 reduction in the cost of production. This will completely eliminate the VAT cost that is essentially borne by business owners. So that means that business owners that deal in vatable goods and services will be given a tax credit by the government. So that means even people that are doing the business of providing those services will not also be charged VAT. So that will also increase the production of goods and services, and that means that businesses will not be taxed VAT as well, even in. So number five is development levy introduction. So what that means is that a new development levy has been introduced for individuals and for businesses, and that development levy is 4%. The whole essence of introducing this development levy is so that the government can raise funds or money for building infrastructure, building hospitals, building schools, and public projects. So the levy in the coming future will also gradually reduce to 2%, in the coming years. Number six is the new VAT revenue sharing formula. So all the monies that are collected, from VAT will now be given to the state and the local government. So 90% of VAT that is collected will definitely be, transmitted to the state and the local government to encourage, the states and the local government to do infrastructures in the state, to build hospitals, to build schools. So now we can now hold our state and local government, accountable for infrastructure and basic development of the state and the local government. There'll be stricter tax compliance. So banks now, are obligated to report individuals and businesses that, move 25 million naira or more on a monthly basis. So if you're an individual or you're a business that, you deal in transactions that, you have to move money through your account in the sum of 25 million and above on a monthly basis, banks will be required to report that, encourage, stricter tax compliances, and there won't be any room for any hidden income. Eight is tax incentives for certain industries and businesses. So sectors like, agriculture, tech startups and manufacturing will be given tax breaks. So if you are somebody that is in that industry, you are into, agriculture, the business of agriculture, you produce foodstuffs and all that, you are in the tech startup, you are also in, industries that you are into the industry, you are into manufacturing, of goods, or you're into manufacturing of whatever you're manufacturing, that means that you'll be able to get reduced taxes, and then you'll be able to save more profit for your business. So if you are an entrepreneur and you are looking to go into that kind of business, you want to take advantage of this opportunity so that you'll be able to make more profit, and save, more of your money and pay less tax. Number nine is new capital gains rules for businesses that are into, sale and buying of shares. So if you sell shares and you make at least 100 million in a year, you will not be charged capital gains tax if you make that profit and then reinvest it back into buying of shares. You will not be you'll be exempted from capital, gains tax. So if you reinvest that money back into buying new shares within that same year, you will be. So what you need to do is, if you sell assets like stocks, what you need to do, and you sell as big assets like, stocks, and what you need to do is you need to, plan your reinvestment early. Make sure that, whatever you're trying to invest, you plan it early so that you'll be exempted from capital gains tax. Number 10 is replacing the FRS with NRS. So the Federal Inland Revenue will no longer be referred to or known as FRS. It will now be NRS. That's the Nigerian Revenue Service. It's the whole essence of it is to have, a more unified and efficient, tax system. So what this means is that we are expecting, better tax services, more digital tax, options, more stricter, more tax, digital tax, options, and stricter monitoring and tax payment. So we're expecting, that there will be more efficient and quicker tax, services. And then, the whole essence of the 2024 tax reform bill is, about making the system fairer, safer, and, simpler and more efficient. It's a great way, to save money, to invest wisely, and then, to stay on the right side of the law if you plan, properly. So what you basically need to do at this point is you need to update your TIN, that's your tax identification number, and your financial records. You need to focus on tax-free or efficient investment. Make sure that at least your investments are target the investments that are tax-free and tax exempt. So you also need to learn the new rules and apply them effectively to your business. So let me know in the comment section what you think about the new 2024 tax reform bill. Is it really going to make everything simpler? Is a unified system a good approach, to the tax system? And let me know in the comment section which one you think will be beneficial to you or your business. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and put on a notification bell so each time I post a video you get notified. Make sure to share this video so that who doesn't know, who no go know. Thank you so much. Until I see you guys in my next video.